for that suspect. And of course, that, look at that. Whoa, whoa. Oh, right over the center divider. Actually got a little bit of air there. He's looks like he's going to be heading southbound now.
LAPD chase. Suspect crashes into car. Then this happens. May 3rd, 2022. An armed robbery suspect leads police on a wild chase in Los Angeles. At times, the suspect reached speeds of 100 miles per hour before cruising city streets in an attempt to evade police.
That vehicle's still running free out here. At least the speed's a little bit slower now that he's in a residential neighborhood. The road he's on right there is going to tee. This area right here is basically like a couple of ways in, couple of ways out of this neighborhood. The sheriff's ship above, he's made another bad turn, another cul-de-sac right there. You know, this time at least he might be able to know that he can make that U-turn because there are no deputies on the ground. But again, very frustrating for the helicopter, for the deputy in the helicopter. And of course, us watching, there's many opportunities they could have stopped it, but this continuing on. Marla?
I think it's important. Oh, onto the sidewalk there. Yeah. Okay, Stu, I think it's important to really explain, though, why the Sheriff's Department makes that decision to back off.
When they made that move where they came off the freeway, where we saw it, where he basically ran through those, pushed his way through those vehicles, ran through that red light, actually got air on one of those center dividers, it became too dangerous. They have to consider that one of the biggest things they consider is going to be the safety of the public and also the safety, believe it or not, safety of that suspect. I can tell you there's a black and white now, a sheriff's vehicle paralleling him in this neighborhood. He just made another hard turn. He's going to put himself back into the area where all the cul-de-sacs are. That black and white, this is going to be his opportunity. But again, this deputy, a lone deputy in that vehicle, and this possibly an armed suspect, I find it hard to believe because of their protocols that they'll be able to just go wide, just go wide. He's going to confront him right there. And he's going right by him. And there's another deputy, whoa, almost T-boned him right there. So it is on again. And this type of high-speed driving and carelessness and recklessness, and Marla, that's the reason why they pulled the plug on it to begin with. Whoa! Oh, head-on collision.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, head-on collision. Wow. And he's keeping going. And he's keeping going. Look at that. And so you've got a civilian, basically that car in reverse right now. Deputies are going to go make sure that at least one deputy out already. You know, these are one of the things that I always in these pursuits. When there's an accident like that, the compassion of some of these first responders, that deputy stopping the pursuit and getting out to make sure that that's that innocent person okay. Now that Mercedes still going out here. You've got to wonder though, a head-on collision like that. Yeah. We're not seeing any smoke, and we're not seeing much damage to the front of it. Wow. But the car definitely driving slower, coming up through a busy intersection, and just kind of blending. And whoa, look at this. Wrong side of the road, and more deputies out there. But this is one of those ones, Marla and Bobby, it is, you know, you just got to hand it to the officers, the deputies that are in pursuit, keeping people safe, trying to catch this person who clearly no regard for himself or anybody else on the roadway this afternoon, and continuing on now. We're southbound Van Ness. We're moving our way out of the Hawthorne area. It's more traffic coming and another large intersection, Rosecrans, just up ahead.
All right, do want to say thanks to Stu Mendel up in the chopper giving us details on this police pursuit. Viewer discretion advised. Of course, you've already seen one of those incidents where this driver in a desperate situation crashing into another vehicle, leaving that scene. Obviously, they don't need to stop and exchange insurance information because, well, they're running away from those police officers. You can see just how erratic this driving is getting. So do want to remind people, viewer discretion advised. We'll try to do our best here as well. And I know our chopper also going to try to do their best with following along here in this car as this pursuit continues. A little bumper now falling off after they did come into contact as it crossed through that traffic. Very high rates of speed, driving on the wrong side of the road at multiple times. I do want to take us back into our Fox 11 Los Angeles coverage as they continue to give us more details on this pursuit, again, of a robbery suspect.
vehicles is. So this either driver might be impaired or clearly not able to really handle that car, making it even more dangerous because he definitely knows where that gas pedal is, but he does not seem to have any regard for anything else. Coming up on another major out here, a lot of cross traffic and a bicyclist.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
not even not even a regard for his own life. I mean, to go at this speed through those intersections, and he's not even slowing down going through those intersections. You know what I mean? So it seems like this person's got to be.
Sorry.
It's just really scary to think of all these other vehicles, all these cars, the pedestrians. We saw bicyclists on the road. To think that someone can really get hurt here.
Wrong side of the road.
Wrong side of the street. Oh my goodness. Van Ness and
And when we watch these, Marla, I'm sorry, when we watch these, we always think to ourselves, at least I do, it's, a loved one could be out there, a family member, extended family member could just be out doing errands, and then you have this lunatic, high speeds, running red lights, like you, Bobby, said, no regard for himself, no regard for anything else. I think the car is giving up on him. That's definitely what it looks like, because this suspect is not the type that's just going to pull over. Now, this is where it's going to get very dicey.
Okay.
After all of that, these guys, these deputies, probably high with, with their adrenaline, really rushing, but already you see hands out the sunroof. Keep coming around, hands out on the sunroof, so he is definitely giving up, which is good. But again, there was a weapon involved. They were talking about a gun earlier on, and it was unclear if the gun was found on any of those suspects that ran, or they possibly ditched it, or if this driver still has that weapon, making it even more tense, even though this suspect seems to be very lackadaisical about just getting out of that car and going into custody.